The defendant is your niece?
Yes, ma'am.
And it is your claim that she owes you money for a loan, for some school tuition, and also for rent that you were forced to pay on her behalf because you had signed a lease for her and her children to live in an apartment, and she did not pay the rent, so you were forced to. Ms. Wickham says that's absolutely ridiculous. You did, in fact, pay the tuition for her, but the reason you paid the tuition for her is that she was working for you at the time and you couldn't afford to pay her, so that you paid her tuition instead. And with regard to any other money, she said you have some nerve suing her because she actually made a loan to you for $25,000.
Correct.
When did you give her $25,000?
In February of 2007.
Where did you get $25,000 from?
I sold my home and had a large chunk from selling my home.
How much?
How much did I get from the house?
Yes.
$84,000.
And what did you give Miss Francis $25,000 for?
She had helped me out in a legal situation, and as a thank you, I lent her money. She was in a bind financially.
Your Honor, can I say something?
Now I'm going to ask you about it.
Okay.
Tell me about this $25,000. I'm curious.
I have no idea about the $25,000. She's never in her life lent me 5 cents.
Do you have any proof that you gave her $25,000?
I do, Your Honor.
I'd like to see it.
I would too.
Well, it's actually $27,000.
Your Honor, can I say something?
Just a second.
Okay. She gave me that money to hold for her because she couldn't trust herself to handle her money. She actually got, I think, $102,000 from selling her home. She spent all of that money on attorney fees. All of it, trying to get custody of the 5 children that she doesn't have custody of. And as you can see, she's having yet a 6th child.
So what you're telling me is this wasn't money she gave to you.
This was not money she gave me.
This is money she gave to you to hold for her.
To hold for her.
Did you ever give it back?
Absolutely. Every dime of it, and then some.
That's absolutely not true. If I needed her to hold my money, I would have given her the $84,000 she needed.
Maybe you spent it.
No, I actually
Yeah, you did.
have some of it left.
Oh, right.
Miss Wickham, you have 5 kids?
I do.
Where are they?
2 of them reside with their father. We have joint custody, and my younger 3 are with their father.
So there are 2 separate fathers?
Correct.
And who is the father of this baby?
The father of my younger 3, my husband.
But you're not living together?
No.
How long haven't you lived together?
Approximately 5 months.
They've never lived together.
Do you ever have a drug problem, Miss Wickham?
Never.
Where do you spend all your money?
I've been going to school for the last 4 years, and I have 5 kids.
Well, right now you don't have custody of any of your children.
It's only been 5 months prior
That's
to
a
that.
long time not to have custody of your children.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I do have custody of my older 2.
How old are they?
11 and 10.
They live with their father.
They're with me 42%. With him during the week, me weekends, and half of vacation and Wednesdays.
All right, Miss Francis. I have a feeling there's a lot more going on here that I don't know about and probably don't care to know about with regard to this, the facts of this case. Just trying to get a sense of where this $27,000 went.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Because
Go
I
ahead.
gave it all back to her.
Go ahead.
When she was living in my house when she got her kids back, it was almost 2 years. We fought with CPS to get her children back.
All right, so the children were taken by the state.
Yes, and then she got them back in, I think, July of 2008. And my sister, which is her mother, and I did everything we could to help her, to support her. Her mother finally in September threw her out. She's disrespectful. She's arrogant. Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
Tell me about this tuition
Okay.
loan.
She was collecting grants from school on a regular basis, and I have the school printout. She had to pay back $3,783 to the school because the foster parent called the school and told them that she had lied.
No, you can't tell me what the
okay.
foster parent says. She had to pay back $3,780.
Right, and she didn't have it. So she came and asked me if she could borrow it. She asked me, had been asking for about a week, and finally I just got so fed up, I just said, okay, I'll put it on the credit card, but you're gonna make the payment. She agreed. She says, if I pay them back $3,720, whatever it is, $83 now. In December, on December 31st, I will get $7,200.
You mean from financial aid?
Right, for going to school. So I agreed to do it so she could continue going to school. She wants to be a lawyer, and she's already in a good position to do that because she's a fabulous lawyer. Therefore, I lent her the money, okay? The next day, she told me, that night actually, she told me to go to in my own home. I'm letting her and her 3 children live with me. And she tells me she's very disrespectful. So I said, call the school. I'm not doing this, Tammy. I'm going to tell them I'm not paying the money. You are on your own. You figure it out. I called the school, and the lady at the financial...
Don't tell me what anybody said. Did you give her $37.80?
I paid the school tuition back, yes.
Okay. What else did you pay for her?
In October, because I couldn't live with her anymore, so I said, you gotta go. She left my home. She called me the next day, and I said, where did you stay? She said, we slept in the park. Her and her 3 children in the park all night in the cold. It was in December, and it broke my heart. So she went to welfare, and they gave her vouchers to stay in motels, I guess, for a couple of weeks. But she came calling me, pleading again, Laura, please, can you help me? I can't rent an apartment in my name because I have bad credit, but can you please rent an apartment for me? And because Child Protective Services was coming to check on the residents to see that she had sufficient housing for the children. Not for her, Your Honor, but for the children. I did it. I went up to Victorville and I rented an apartment for her and the kids.
Studio microphone, 5 viral courtroom commentary clips. Clip 1, 6 giờ. Police car light hook. The judge is digging deeper. At 6 minutes, the tuition payment becomes key evidence. In civil court, proving a loan usually requires evidence of repayment terms. Who's telling the truth? Viewer reaction. Viewers may immediately question whether this was truly a loan.
It was okay the first month. Thank you.
Where did you expect her to get money to pay for this apartment?
This is what she said. I'm going to get $787 a month from welfare. I'm going to get $1,900 child support from the father of the 2 older kids. And I get $400 and some odd of food stamps every month. I'm going to sell that to my friend Teresa, you know, the food stamps, not feed the kids, sell the food stamps for cash, and I can pay the rent. So I said, okay, one more time. So I did that, and that was October 14th, the day that the social worker was coming to check to see if she had sufficient housing for the children. And she came, and there was no furniture there, but she saw that it was a nice apartment. So that was good. And then December 5th, she was arrested again for leaving the children by themselves at 10 o'clock at night while she went to work at a bar from 10 to 2 in the morning.
How old are the children?
11 was the oldest, 9. The youngest was 6 months old, an infant. 3 under 3.5 years old.
What does the father do, the father of the 3 youngest children?
Well, he was working at somewhere, but she got him fired. He's not working now. He's taking care of the kids on unemployment, I believe.
Who does he live with?
His sister.
You see the children?
Yes.
You see them at your house?
No, we go wherever we have to go to see them. And he's very amenable. He and we and the kids get along great. They love us.
What about their grandmother? Do they see their grandmother?
Yes, they do.
You go together or
Yes.
separately?
Yeah, usually.
Okay, so she paid rent for a while, and how much rent did she not pay?
In December, she gave them a bad check, so they called me because, of course, I'm the contact, and said that now the rent was $990.
How much rent did you pay on her behalf?
$1,087 and some change.
How many months?
That was in December. Then she paid, she got out of jail and gave the lawyer all the money she was supposed to give me back for the school, the $3,700, and I was upset. But anyway, I had to pay it because it was in my name. So then again in March, she came to my house and says, I don't have the rent. You pretty much have to pay it because it's in your name. So you really don't have much of a choice, Laura, okay? I hated that, but I did it. I mean, it was the truth. It was in my name, so I paid it. She told me on March 20th she would get another $5,000 from school that she would give me. And she got another $5,000 from school, and I didn't get a dime of it. And then she got $2,900 for filing her income tax, and I didn't get a dime of that either. And
okay, got it. Okay, Miss Wickham, I'll hear you.
I lived with my aunt while I was pregnant with my youngest for 9 months, and the agreement was I wanted to finish my last semester at school. She was going to pay my financial aid instead of paying me to work for her.
What kind of work did you do?
Real estate assistant. She's a realtor.
When you were living with her, how much rent did you pay her?
I paid $300 here and there, but she would never take my money.
How much rent did you pay her every month?
We had no
The
agreement.
answer is nothing. How much did you pay her towards utilities?
I would give her $300. I was working here and there.
How much did you... I thought you were working for her in real estate.
I was, but I also worked as a waitress Friday and Saturday nights.
And how much did you pay her to maintain the food in the house?
I bought my own food and also bought food for her.
Is that right?
No.
Of course not. Nonsense. Did you finish school?
I did, just recently.
Did you graduate?
I'm going to graduate this semester. I'll be walking.
Now, I don't know what your problems are. Clearly you have some. If you have an aunt who loves you and has been supportive, and you have a mother who loves you and has tried to be supportive, and these two women in your life have had it with you up to here, you have to acknowledge at some point that you're doing something wrong. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And one of the things that you're doing wrong is somebody who can't take care of their children doesn't have another one.
That's the issue. That's why they're upset. Yes.
Hey.
My aunt told me in an email here if I had another child, and she emailed this to my husband, who she dislikes, that if we had another child, she would do everything in her power to make sure none of us ever saw any of our 5 kids again.
I want to tell you something. She's absolutely right.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I would watch very carefully because there's something not right in the wheels up there. These children have not gotten the childhood that they were entitled to. Come on, grow up.
And later today,
The analogy is, well, she didn't look 13, she looked 20. You know how far that goes in sentencing? Not at all. If it doesn't work with statutory rape, it doesn't work with a car. It's absolutely right. I don't understand what, except that the laws in this country, unfortunately, don't always protect children. Because if I were in charge of your children, and if I didn't have the law as a constraint, I don't think that you or your husband, who you don't live with, is an appropriate caretaker for your children. Because your children have been all over the globe. Your children were taken away and were in foster care. They were in your custody. You left them alone. An 11-year-old with a 6-month-old. And where was the father all this time? Where was his head? Somewhere where it's very, very dark, because he knows, listen, she can't take care of 5 children, so what are we going to do? We're going to have a 6th. Ridiculous. You got to find some other hobby. You got to find some other hobby. And evidently school wasn't enough. Should have had school and work and been so busy that you didn't have time to make number 6. Unfortunately, you can't do anything about it, but I'm telling you, I would watch very carefully because there's something not right in the wheels up there. And I don't know about the fathers of these children because I haven't met them, but certainly these children have not gotten the childhood that they were entitled to, which was a certain sense of continuity and living in the same place and not living in a park and not living alone and not living without furniture and living with a father and living with a mother and living with an aunt. Come on.
Clip 3, 15 giờ. Balance scale hook. A new case changes everything. A 15-year-old allegedly took the car and crashed it. The judge focuses on permission and licensing, not excuses. Who should pay? Viewer reaction. Viewers may be shocked that the adult who handed over the keys faces the bigger problem.
Or money above family. I just think it's really sad.
She's a little right under Octomom at this point.
and now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Arshando Flores versus Blowers, step forward, please.
Robert Anshando and his niece, 14-year-old Itziana Flores are suing Itziana's friend, 15-year-old Damian Blowers, and his mom, Juliana, for the cost to fix a car.
Mr. Anchondo, you have a car.
Yes, ma'am.
This must be your niece, is that right?
ma'am.
There was a party at your house. He was there, this young man, whose name is?
Damien.
Damon, who's 15 years old. This is Damon's mother. You gave Damon permission to drive your car.
That's correct, ma'am.
And Damon had an accident with your car.
That's correct.
And you think that his mother should be responsible for paying to fix your car.
That's correct, ma'am.
Convince me.
Okay. February 6th, we're having a birthday party, Your Honor. About 7:30 that night, party was winding down. And I asked Damien, I said, Damien, do you have a driver's license? Can you drive? He said, yes. I said, you know, you guys want to go to the movie? You don't want to hang out with us? That's fine. So please be back by 11:30.
So you said to him, you have a driver's license? He said, yes.
Yeah,
You have
no.
to just shh. You want to take the car and take some of the kids and go to the movies? And he said yes, and that's when they went out, and that's when the accident happened.
Yes, ma'am.
How many children were in the car?
Just one.
Just your niece?
Tiana. Yes, ma'am.
How did the accident happen?
Well, we got in the car, and, well, I guess he pressed the gas too much, and it went, like, really fast back, and I guess he didn't see my neighbor's van and, like, parked, and, like, it hit it.
Now, how do you know Damien?
We've been good friends.
You've been good friends for how long?
1 year,
How old are you?
14.
So you know that Damien is 15.
Yeah,
And where do you live? In what city?
Aurora,
Where is that?
Illinois.
In Illinois. And how old do you have to be to have a driver's license in Illinois?
16 or 18.
You know that, because every teenager knows that you have to be 16, right?
Yes,
So you knew that when you got into the car with Damien, he didn't have a driver's license.
yes.
Did you tell your uncle?
No.
Do you love your uncle?
Yes.
But you didn't tell him that Damien didn't have a driver's
No, it's
license?
because I didn't know.
Of course you knew. If you knew him and you were his friend and you knew he was 15 and you knew in your state you have to be 16 to have a driver's license, you knew he didn't have a driver's license, right?
Right.
Do you have children?
No, ma'am.
Well, then I really can't fault you. Do you know when a teenager is lying?
Not exactly, no, ma'am.
I'm going to tell you, when their mouths move.
Yes, ma'am.
He lied, right?
Yes, ma'am.
To your own niece? She didn't say to your uncle, don't give him the keys to the car because he doesn't have a driver's license, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And let me tell you something else. If something happened to him and her in the car, you know who would be responsible?
I would, Your Honor.
Right. His mother's not responsible. His mother didn't give him the keys to a car. You gave a minor the keys to a car. He was a friend of your 14-year-old's niece, which should have put you on notice right away that he was not old enough to have a driver's license. And when you said you have a driver's license, you should have said to him, let me see it.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, he doesn't look 50. He looks 17. The guy, he was very polite. He was very much a man there.
I'm not talking to you about perception. I'm talking to you about the law.
Yes, ma'am.
The law doesn't want to hear, well, he looked older. If it doesn't work with statutory rape, it doesn't work with a car. Do you know the analogy, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
The analogy is, well, she didn't look 13, she looked 20. You know how far that goes in sentencing? Not at all. Same way with a car. You don't give your car to anybody unless you are positive that they are licensed by the state to drive it. That being said, sir, did he ask you if you had a driver's license?
No, we did not, ma'am.
I didn't think so. Okay, your case is dismissed.
Clip 5, 22 giờ 2 phút. Flushed face final shock. The car case collapses. The judge dismisses it after finding the wrong party was targeted. The key issue was who actually gave the minor the keys. Did you see that coming? Viewer reaction. Viewers may be surprised by the dismissal and debate who should ultimately bear the loss. Source basis. The transcript shows the first dispute ending with judgment for the aunt at about 14:25, while the later car case ends in dismissal at 22:02.